Welcome everyone to the Weisenberg Perspective. It's my good friend Harvey Weisenberg, who is the author of this wonderful book, For the Love of a Child, My Life, My City, My Mission, Harvey's story, and especially taking care of his son Ricky, special needs son who's given him so much joy and happiness over the world. So welcome, Harvey.
Oh, thank you, Howie. It's always a pleasure.
Harvey, I came across a story this week, and you know, I love when you make the statement, it's not what you can't do, it's what you can do. And came across a special needs story about a rabbi who, California, who has been diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. And even though dealing with tremendous adversity, has 7 children, and was told that it would be almost an impossibility to come to New York with all the adversity he's dealing with to have his 13-year-old son bar mitzvah. But he made it happen. He still preaches from the Torah. He's still an inspiration to thousands. And we celebrated this rabbi, a great journey from California to New York, doing great things even though he's dealing with Lou Gehrig's disease. And Harvey, what does that tell you about someone dealing with that much adversity who can do so many special things despite their adversities and illness?
Well, when I wrote this book, people ask me why I wrote the book, and I want to share this with you because I'm sharing this with the rabbi. God gave me an angel, a saint, and a mission. And you have to really focus. I always say, the angel is Ricky, my special child, who can never speak or cry and is blind, but he gives love. How Ricky changed people's lives. It's an amazing story, but it's really all about love. You focus, and my mission in life was to be in a position, well, as a public servant and an elected official. I was an elected official for 38 years, but I also have dedicated my life, and my mission was from God, basically, and I say this sincerely, is to do the best I can to help families and people with disabilities. So I've dedicated most of my life doing that. And I tell you how Ricky changed my life. Because, I mean, my life experience and the happiest days of my life, and the worst, the happiest days for my wife Ellen, were Ricky days. To just be able to spend time with a special child. And to focus on what they can do or what they can't do. But while Ricky can't speak or cry, and unfortunately can't even see, when I hold his hand and I'm feeding him and then he squeezes my hand, there's a feeling of love that no other person can understand. The unconditional love you get from a special child is the greatest love that you could ever experience. And that's my mission also, to make people in this world aware. Now this rabbi, who is bringing to view the fact that he has a child that's challenged, and you can focus, as I have said, you focus on what a child can do and know what they can't do. And the amazing abilities that are in our special children and special people, it's just amazing. And it's God's will. America has talent. Do you know if this program with millions of people watching and finalists or semi-finalists, we had 3 youngsters there with disabilities. They couldn't speak, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. They played the piano and sang. And now this in talent on a national level, and they're still participating, how the world has accepted, and we're surprised, amazed at the talent that God has given our special children. So I'm happy for this rabbi, and I'm proud that he is proud. He also is sending a message that's so important, that people with families with children with disabilities have to be supported, admired, and respected. And the answer is everybody in this world. And I'm glad because he's a rabbi, and I want you to know, I went, and I share this with you, because last Saturday in Long Beach at St. Ignatius, the Catholic school, and they had a mass on the beach, and Father Donald was there. This was his last mass. He's approximately 70. Anyway, this was his last mass. And we had it on the beach. And being very close to St. Ignatius, I have a problem because anybody who passed away in Long Beach, and I lived there my whole life, I go to church and I go to funerals. And I always see him very frequently, and I said, Father, I have a problem. He said, what's the matter, Harvey? I said, I spend more time in church than I do at the beach, and I'm a lifeguard because I'm there to be able to, it's a house of God. And I go there on occasion just to be with God. So everybody says, Harvey, aren't you Jewish? Yeah, so is he. Meaning Jesus, of course. So everybody asks, but this is the way it is. And that's what Long Beach is really about. The love that is in our diverse city, in our city of Long Beach, is like no other in this country. It should be a model. So I'm very happy to be here and have an opportunity to say a few kind words to Father Donald, wish him well in his future from St. Ignatius in our Catholic school. And also we have a rabbi, but that's fine because it's good to know that people are still attending church and temples to be able to be with God. I mean, the world is changing, and I think it's time that everybody take a step back and really understand what the values should be in life, and that's love and caring about each other and giving to each other. So I thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely, and Harvey, I have a wish for you, in that right here in Long Beach, in our Long Beach Cinema, a movie is playing called Peanut Butter Falcon, and it's a story about a young man with Down syndrome, and it's a moving, exceptional story, and not only do I want you to see it, but everyone here in Long Beach, and if you have an opportunity and you want to see a movie that is going to inspire you and touch your heart about a young man with Down syndrome, please see Peanut Butter Falcon. It will move you beyond words.
Well, I got that from a very talented young man. Last week I heard him, Rocco, who went to the movie and he gave it 4 stars. And I also want to share with you the student surf program that we have 4- or 5-year-old youngsters, people with Down syndrome, that are competing and surfing. And it's just amazing. That program that we started, I was involved with for 20-something years, but the students have taken us over, and we had an international surfing contest on our beach for 3 or 4 days down here. And we had our special children participating in this program. And of course we had youngsters with Down syndrome. But I'll tell you, the smiles you get when you see one of these kids coming off a surfboard, 6 or 7 years old, surfing, coming in, and with the smile you get when he finishes his surf. But I also want to share one more thing about that day and this program, the student surf program. The people that participate, the volunteers, the children and their families, all have a happy day. And that's what Long Beach is all about. Long Beach is a place to have happiness. God gave us a beautiful ocean, beautiful people. The diversity of our community is our strength. And I'm just so grateful and happy to be able to be part of our city.
And we always love having you share every week and getting the Harvey Weisenberg perspective. So, thank you, Harvey Weisenberg.